morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Katie O, and this is Moon Mama Musings. Welcome to my living room for another astrology people for today, the 27th of October, 2021. We're in a waning gibbous moon in the sign of Cancer. Okay, friends. As I was feeling into the energy, I heard, let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, dun, 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 all night long. Sorry, I'm not the greatest mouth guitaring, whatever. Yeah, but that's what I got. I definitely got this vibe of we're being asked to roll with the punches right now. And then I looked at the transits or the aspects. I don't know why I can't get those words straight. It doesn't matter. I don't want to alarm you guys, but there's some pretty intense energy today. There's only 3 aspects, but they're big ones. It all ends up being for a very good end goal. But it's one of those, it's like putting on a wetsuit. If you've ever put on a wetsuit, good Lord, it's uncomfortable to get into that bloody thing. It sticks to you all over the place. You're like, you can't seem to get it in the right angle. It's just like you're like dancing around and like, and you got to grunt, and it's just ridiculous. But once you get it on, it's super warm and it makes your diving experience all the better. I know, I know. I keep reverting back to singing new songs and talking about scuba diving. Hey, it's the relevant things for me. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Yeah, it's doing something super uncomfortable. The effort is kind of uncomfortable, but it's for a very, 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 very like a very important end goal. Yeah, and one that will give us ultimately pleasure of experience, I'm hearing. So let's look at the aspects. Hold on to your hats. All right, the moon is trining Uranus. Okay, a trine is, or sorry, not trine, it's sextile Uranus. A sextile is a very, 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 very beautiful energy of healing. Yeah, but it's a passive energy. It doesn't promote change, it just puts the structure in place for healing to come into play. Yeah. So we're going to have maybe a bit of an emotional explosion here. The moon is still in Cancer, and you know that we can be emotionally volatile when we're in a moon in Cancer. This could be tears, it could be screams, you don't know. Either way, it's going to be a very strong emotional reaction. Okay? We've been holding something back, and that's the only reason why I feel that it's a kind of an explosive energy. Because Uranus is still in retrograde, right? When it's in retrograde, it doesn't do things unexpectedly. And this is why I'm saying there's something that we've been holding back for some time. Some of you, it's years. Some of you, it's months. But some of you, it's years. You've been holding your tongue about something. Not expressing your opinion about something. Not telling someone how you feel. Not asking for something that you know is right for you. Not saying something to somebody. Whatever it may be, there is something you have been holding inside of you that has been festering within. Yeah, festering. It's just been poisoning you from the inside out. Well, at long last, it's coming to a head. Today, on the 27th of October, or in the surrounding days, whatever, you know, these energies are kind of fluid. Something is coming up that you have tried to bury for a very, very long time. Some of you guys, this is going to be inner child stuff. We talked about this a lot. Some of you guys, this is going to be, it's, you know, some of you might have been in a really, really terrible relationship for a very long time, and you were just kind of holding your tongue because of the kids, or because of it would be too complicated, or because of financial loss, or whatever. It doesn't matter the buts, or the I'm worried about, or the yeah but this, or the oh no but that. It doesn't matter those things anymore, because this thing that has been festering and rotting inside of you, well, it's basically like, it's like it's gained, it's like the blob under the sink. All right, literally, it's got a life of its own now, and it's it's clawing its way out. Yeah, it's like it's the aliens like coming out of the chest, like it's reeling out of the chest. Yeah, it's that kind of vibe. Really, I'm gonna write that down. So the only way, like, this is, I feel like the longer you've been holding whatever this thing is, the angrier or more upset it's going to be. The more volatile this energy is going to be, quite truthfully. I mean, either way, it's going to be a ride. But the only reason it's coming up so strongly is because it wasn't expressed when it came up. Because it wasn't diffused when it was discovered. Yeah. The moon is squaring Mercury. So something that you perceive as unfair or maybe deliberately harming you might have happened during Mercury retrograde. And the Cancer moon is throwing it in your face. Yeah. So you're having all the feels about whatever this is. And it could be that the initial thing happened quite a long time ago, but something very important pertaining to that initial thing brought it all back in Mercury retrograde. And now that Mercury is nearly fully awake, I mean, we've only got a few more days of shadow. The shadow comes out of effect, or it comes like completely out of shadow on the 2nd of November. I'm sorry, there's this huge, very harmless millipede hanging out on my table, and I don't mind them, but I also don't really want it on my table. So, it's like, look, I know I live in the jungle. I know there are insects here. I know I have to deal with them, but I don't want them to touch me. Is that so much to ask? Like, I'll share my house with all of you insects. Just don't touch me. Please. Okay. So yeah, it's a square, right? The Mercury retrograde is almost done. So when it's fully awake, you're going to really, the more it awakens, the more you're coming into the realization of this reality of this thing that has gone on. And like I said, it could just be for some of you that this initial occurrence was during this retrograde. It might have been in the retrograde earlier this year. But either way, it was actually, you know what, it could have been in any Mercury retrograde, really. It happens twice a year, every single year. But either way, some Mercury retrograde made something happen that you clammed up about. And you've been holding it inside, and it's been festering in your body. And now is the time for it to come out. It's ready to come out now. Mercury waking up is challenging you about it. Yeah. It's going like, hello? What happened here? And you're like, it wasn't my fault. This person didn't tell me all the information that I needed, or that person did this to me, or like, and Mercury's like, I don't give a fuck about how, like, what is this? Like, well, how are you gonna fix it? Okay, don't give me your excuses. How are you gonna fix it? All right, Mercury can be really prickly, and when it wakes up from retrograde, when it's in its Mercury retrograde shadow. And this is a proper prickly energy where it's waking up and being like, what the actual have you been doing while I was sleeping? Are you kidding me? Why is it that every time I go to sleep, you just let everything explode around you? Like, what is this? What is this? I have to hold your hand every time so you can open your mouth? Yeah. Mercury is the planet that rules communication, that rules our throat chakra, that rules the way that we travel, communication, health, technology, all that kind of stuff. So Mercury is not pleased with what we do when it's not watching us. It's feeling very much like it needs to hold our little hands in order for us to speak our truths. And it doesn't like that anymore. It doesn't want us to do that anymore. We're changing, right? We've changed all kinds of stuff. This is Scorpio season. Mercury's like, Just like we realize that maybe we've been too lenient or a little too focused on money or whatever it is for you in the last couple of days. Well, you know, Mercury is realizing I've been maybe a little bit too, maybe I've been a little too, I trusted you a little bit too much to babysit your younger siblings without an adult supervision or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, what have you been doing? What are you up to when I'm sleeping? Pretty much. The moon is also trining Neptune. So Neptune is in retrograde in the sign of Pisces, which makes it the scary soothsayer. And I'm seeing this is the trine is a nice expansive energy. We're starting to see where we've been deluding ourselves or where we've not been seeing clearly. Very, 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 very much so. Mercury now going like, what is this? Is making us look at the whole situation. We're going, oh my God, I didn't get that. Oh my God, I didn't get that message. Or, oh shit, that's what that person meant by that thing. Or, oh my God, I didn't see that there were like 10 other things on this. There were attachment on this email. You're starting to realize, oh boy, I definitely cut a corner somewhere and I didn't see everything the way that it was. And, okay. Oops. I kind of see where I went wrong there. Oops. So it's good because it's for our growth. It's for our expansion. All this stuff is going to be good because it's like, look, we are all humans. We are all flesh and bone and blood and goop. And we make mistakes, all right? Yes, we get caught up in our egos. Yes, we get caught up in our emotions. Yes, we get caught up in fucking just our plain old desires, all right? We're human beings. We are allowed to make mistakes. But guess what? Making a mistake only means that you have a choice, all right? You can clam up and push it under the table and not deal with it and not want to own up to your mistakes or not admit you were wrong or whatever. Or you can just say, look, I'm a human. I'm sorry that I made this mistake. My intention is to correct it. All right? I'm sorry I made this mistake. I have every intention to correct it. Will you allow me to put in the efforts to correct it? That's all that needs to be done. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, when you make a mistake, if you approach the person that pertains to this mistake with, I'm so sorry I made a mistake. What can I do to fix it? They're going to be, I mean, sure, they might still be upset, but they're going to be much more willing to they're going to be way less miserable and horrible to deal with than if you just pretend like nothing ever happened. All right. So let's get a card of the day. I've got the Ganesha tarot deck. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, right? Elephants are often imagery of removers of obstacles, which is really beautiful. The way they kind of like, they help terraform the jungle in a certain way by walking through it and tearing down old weak trees and clearing out a path and moving around the soil as they walk and whatever. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking. But we've clearly had some major obstacles in our path, and I feel like we are bringing them to light slowly. We're making little baby steps. We're figuring out all this good stuff so that we can move forward better. But there's still some things that we need to clear away. So Ganesha is still our friend. Ganesha is still our ally. Ganesha is still helping us figure out what it is that we need to do. So what is it today on the 27th that we need to know, Ganesha, about this removing of obstacles that's undergoing right now? Okay. I'm saying there's a red herring. For some of you, there's a red herring. There's something that's presenting to you that's trying to distract you, that's trying to get you to go back into your old ways. But it's not right for you. It's a red herring. It's a false. It's a distraction. It's like, yeah, it's a distraction. 6 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. All right. You desire to bring peace into your life. That's one of your biggest things. You just want to live the peaceful existence that this little Ganesha looks like they're living here, with their lovely little feet in the water, nice and calm with the lily pads, and it's beautiful and serene. All right. It's got a conch shell in one hand, some beautiful foliage. Is that a little snake in there? It might be a little snake. Either way, 6 of Swords is all about rowing away from hardship. Yeah, moving away from hardship, going towards the brighter day. Yeah, it has definitely a connotation of walking away, but it's also more about the balance of the fact that when you move away from strife, you're going to automatically bring more ease into your life, right? So you desire to do this, but they're calling you to collaborate now. 3 of Pentacles. They're saying you can't. This is a theme that came up months ago: is that you can't do this alone. You have this beautiful vision. You should be striving for it, but you need help to do it. And now you're actually being called to say, look, if you really truly want to move into the calmer waters, ask for help. Accept help. Some of you need to ask for a loan. Some of you need to ask for somebody's help in, I don't know, maybe you know somebody that is a really good builder and they make these, I don't know, they're really great with home renovation, and you really need to do your kitchen, and you know that this person can help you, but you're not sure if you want to call in the friend thing because you don't want to inconvenience them or whatever. whatever it is that it is for you, this dream that you have is attainable, but not alone. The reason why you have never been able to attain it before is because you weren't willing to collaborate with other people to try and get it. You weren't even willing to tell them that this was your dream, truly and really. So you shared your dream with some people, but not the right people. You need to start sharing it with the right people. And they're gonna be presented to you as you become more and more ready to receive them. They're not going to be presented to you if you're going to accidentally, offend them and send them away, and then they won't talk to them again. But there is this very, very strong need for collaboration if you want to have this peace that you seek. What's under the deck? Strength. Yeah. You're afraid. Okay. You're afraid to ask for help. You're afraid to rely on other people because you were taught that the only person that could ever make things happen for you was you. And yeah, that's true for the most part. With inner work. Yeah. But when you want something to happen in the 3D, you actually have to go and talk to other people. You actually have to go and physically do things. You need to manipulate objects and money and talk to human beings and like go places and do things and move and shake and all that. So yes, all of the messages that I've been telling you, you can only find it in yourself. Yes, of course, you can only find it in yourself when it pertains to your inner journey. But when your inner journey then requires you to actually take action in the 3D, you must overcome your fear of collaboration. You overcome your fear of what it means to actually get the happiness that you seek. Some of you guys are really good at foreboding joy. And if you don't know what that is, I urge you to go and seek out. I preach her, I sing her praises all the time. Brene Brown, she has a really beautiful, 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 beautiful excerpt on foreboding joy, which I'm sure I'm going to have to find for you guys soon. But foreboding joy is basically, it's like you're more afraid of having your dreams come true than you are of being disappointed. Because when your dreams come true, there's so much at stake. Yeah. You have so much to lose when you have things. If you've got nothing, who cares if things go wrong? You only have to deal with yourself, right? But if you truly want the peace that you desire, you need to be able to collaborate with other people, and it's going to require you overcoming your fear of actually getting your dreams, of actually having your whatever you want come true. Right? I know that's not easy. That's one of my main things. Foreboding joy is like my prime mechanism of self-sabotage. Yeah. One more here. The world. It's a completion cycle. They're saying, yeah, it's over. That's over now. You don't have to rely on that stuff anymore. You're not okay. So the strength and the world card, the strength card and the world card coming up under the deck. That's what's hidden for you. Is you've already killed this fear. You just have to actually put it into practice. You are strong enough. You have the courage. You have everything that you need. Excuse me, that you can provide for yourself. And now it's time to close out this cycle and move towards calmer waters of collaboration with people that are appropriate. And you'll know what that means, It's like, for some of you, you may have been dating somebody that you knew doesn't really fit the mold of what you truly want stuff, but you were just like, yeah, it's okay, it's all right, it's just for now, it's just for now, it's just for now. But then you're like, why aren't I getting my dreams come true? Well, it's because that person doesn't fit the mold of what your dreams are. Yeah. Or maybe you work for a company that you've got a little loyalty for. Yeah, they've given you a lot of opportunity. They've helped you get to where you are. So you were just like, oh, I'll stick it out. I'll keep working for them. I don't want to leave them in COVID times. I don't want to leave them high and dry. I want to be here for them if they need help. But you've always kind of known that you maybe have already paid your loyalties a long time ago, and probably it's time for you to move on to something different. You're not reaching your potential in your career because you're being held back by this company that you feel loyal towards. And loyalty is a good thing, but I guarantee you that you've paid your dues already with regards to that loyalty, probably tenfold. All right. One more little double here. Okay. Mirror reflection and light. Okay. This is a beautiful, encouraging message because they're saying that there's like a collective, the collective is all trying to turn their light on very strong, and we're mirroring each other. It's like each time, it's like we all have a dimmer switch, right? And we clicked the little button a couple of months ago, but we were afraid to actually turn the light on properly. And now somebody has like gone out and turned the light a little, and there's a little bit, and someone else is like, oh my God, it's happening. And I turn mine on, and it's like now all these little lights are turning on. And when the first light sees that other lights are coming on, it turns on a little bit more, and everyone else starts turning up their lights. It's this mirror reflection of when you turn on your light, when you shine brightly, when you're authentic, it encourages other people to do the same around you, which is really, really, really very beautiful. It's going to help you find your authenticity, as it's going to help other people. And you're a compassionate soul, so of course you want to help each other, or you want to help other people. And it's beautiful because it's almost like you had to do nothing to actually help people for once. You just had to be who you were, and it mirror reflect into other people. Anticipation and peace. Oh, there we go. Here's that theme of peace. They had to, when I was describing the Six of Swords too, they specifically had me use the word peace. They emphasized the word peace. And here it is again, peace. I know that you want this peace. I know that it's taken a long time, dears, but don't give up now. Like, just keep on turning on that light, all right? Oh, Janelle, turn on your heart light. Yeah, okay. Oh God, I hate that song so much. Sorry, Neil Diamond, you and your cheesy songs, man. Anyway, I know it's been a long time, but your peace is coming. You just have to wait a little. Just keep on working. Just keep on focusing on your heart light. Collaborate when you're being called to. And look, going well, expect the unexpected. These came together for a reason here. Yes, you've been waiting for this peace, but expect your craziest dreams to come true. It's going well. You're on the right track. You're on the right path. You're doing everything that you need to do. This is the most important thing. It's almost like the very last thing that you're doing is actually the one thing that you needed to do all along, right? And that's turn your heart light on. It's shine bright for everyone else to see. Expectation and communication is coming. Okay, they're saying be very careful with your expectations, all right, with regards to communications. Some of you guys have been waiting for a message from from a specific person for a very long time. And you might get that message, but it might not say what you were expecting it to say. Just be careful with your expectations of it. Communication is coming for some of you guys, but I'm hearing that it's going to be completely out in left field. You're really not going to expect this. It's not going to be in the typical way that you would expect it. It's going to knock your socks off, all right? And I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll be honest. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But either way, there is some sort of communication coming. Just don't have expectations about it. Just trust that you are on the right path and that everything is going well, all right? Okay. Short and sweet today again. All right, that's it for me. I will see you guys all very, very soon. But until then, I'm sorry for anything you're going through if I made you feel a certain way. Thank you for being a beautiful being and lending your energy to this circuit that I hold so dear. Thank you to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, the angels, whatever energy has been involved in helping us find these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful messages for our greatest good. Whether it be today, tomorrow, or in the near or distant future, it doesn't really matter, right? All of this is timeless. And if you're listening to me talk, it's because there's something here for you. I love you to the moon and stars and to infinity and beyond and back. And I accept this, and I hope you do too. But if not, it's all good.